This is the first robot mower I've tested that can map your garden in 3D. No wires, no antennas, just 3D mapping and mowing up to the edge. Sounds great, right? Well, I've been using it for a while and here's how it actually performs. Hey, I'm Martijn. I test smart, battery-powered products that can hopefully save you time and make your life a bit easier. For today's video, I've got the Dreame A2 over here. It's one of the most talked about robot mowers right now. Let's see if it really lives up to the hype. So let's start with what you get in the box. Of course, the robot mower itself. It's pretty heavy, but it feels solid. Then there's the charging station. You need about a meter of space all around it. Then a whole box of spare blades, which is nice. You also get a cleaning brush, a microfiber cloth, though honestly it's a bit small, screws, a wrench, the power adapter and a quick start guide. First impression, doesn't feel like a toy. I think the design looks really slick. Kind of like a low Porsche with off-road wheels. Nothing rattles or feels cheap, so pretty promising at this point. One of the main things Dreame promises is that you don't have to install any wires or antennas. It's all 3D scanning and setting it up was actually quick and easy. You plug in the station, connect it to Wi-Fi and put the mower on the dock. Pairing worked straight away. It checks right away if the software is updated. Mapping my garden didn't take long as it's not too big. I did notice the automatic mapping left a big buffer along the edges. To get more of your lawn covered, I ended up fine-tuning the borders manually. Now luckily that's just a one-time thing as it updates in real time. The 3D map looks quite cool though. It feels like it's scanning the whole world in miniature. Another feature I like, in the app you can save two separate maps. So if you have, for example, a front and back garden or even two properties, it can remember both. And it can even transfer by itself to the other location. Now moreover, in the app you basically have control over nearly everything. The mowing height between 3 to 7 centimeters, different mowing patterns like stripes, checkerboard and crisscross, the edge master function to trim right up to the edge, obstacle detection sensitivity, you can set it anywhere from 5 to 20 centimeters, and everything regarding scheduling and zone management, like no-go zones. The app is generally easy to use, and what really sets this mower apart, if you're on vacation, you can log in remotely thanks to the built-in 4G Dreame link. You can also get real-time video monitoring, so it doubles down as a lawn security guard. But that's also something to be aware of, because the Dreame link, the 4G connection, is only included for the very first 3 years. So after that, you need a subscription to keep using it without Wi-Fi. Alright, now let's talk about performance. The Dreame A2 is basically like a little Porsche on grass. It doesn't drive around randomly, it moves in clear, efficient lines. When it has to recharge, it goes straight back to the charging station and later resumes exactly where it stopped. Battery-wise, you get about an hour of runtime per charge. That's enough for roughly 300 to 500 square meters depending on terrain. If you have a garden up to 2000 square meters, no problem. Just expect it to split mowing over several cycles. The cut quality is excellent. It uses a mulching system that chops grass finely, so you don't get clumps rotting on the lawn. And the result? A smooth, uniform cut that looks great. Edges are usually the weak point for robot mowers. They leave like a little strip and cut. The A2 has this edge master feature where it shifts the blade outwards, and in my test it left 5 centimeters, but quite often even less unless uncut. The only time it struggled a bit was when there was overhanging branches or uneven edges. Then it tended to play it safe and left a bit more grass. But you can adjust the sensitivity in the app to improve this. And once it learns your garden, it does a really good job with the edges. Navigation is one of its strongest parts. It uses LiDAR and an HDR camera, so it knows exactly where it is at all times. Even in shady spots or at dusk, it worked well. And for obstacle detection, I tested everything from animals to football. It saw them all and avoided them smoothly. Maintenance is luckily super simple. On top of that, it's water resistant, IPX6, so you can just rinse it with a hose. A little brush cleans the front sensor every time it docks, and you don't need tools to swap the blades. With all the spares included, it's low effort to keep it running. Alright, here's the big question. Is it actually worth the price? The Dreame A2 retails for around 2000 euros, and that's a serious investment. But you're buying a true premium device. So here's what I loved. First of all, super fast mapping and setup. excellent mowing patterns and efficiency. Top tier edge cutting, quiet operation, I could sit outside and barely hear it. And lastly, hassle-free cleaning and maintenance. And this could be done even better. Automatic mapping sometimes need a bit of manual help. Edge cutting in tricky spots still leaves room for improvement. And after 3 years you might need a subscription plan. Overall, if you have a big lawn and you want to avoid laying wires or setting up antennas, this is probably one of the best options that you can get right now. It comes at a steep price, but you'll save yourself a ton of time and your lawn will look continuously fantastic. This is the second robot mower I've tested and it's completely wire-free. Go check out this video over here. You can see how much robot mowers have advanced in such a short amount of time because it still has a beacon over there. So go check it out right now as we've reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. So I'll see you in the next one.